current slide. So that's what the basics of that's the basic concept of Git. And Git and GitHub are not the same, okay? Git is a subsystem by Linux, whereas GitHub is by Microsoft. So what GitHub does it just takes this Git and it's a support for Git. It's just a support for Git. It makes it into repos. Okay. So take it something like that. Fine. Git is just a pathway between your local host and GitHub. And not only, GitHub, there are other companies which also use Git, not necessarily GitHub. So it's a DevOps tool used for source control, all that and all. So basically, Git tracks the changes you make to the files to show the record you have been done. Fine. So basically what do I mean is firstly, I code like some 5 lines. Okay. I save it. I push it to my GitHub. Again, 5 lines of code, save it, push it to my GitHub such that when I come back to my first save over there, I can get it at any time. Fine. So this is the main advantage of using Git. And GitHub is a code hosting platform. So I just was there on GitHub, right? So this is a code hosting platform. So in case you have to, push a code for safety, you might lose this code from your PC sometime. So that's the reason you use GitHub. And there are other features in GitHub as well. So first let's get sorted with Git, then we'll go to GitHub. Fine. So till now, I'm going to assume you might have downloaded Git. So let me just open the installer. And here's the thing. Uh, it's everything. Just do next, 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 next. Unless, only the important things here are this. If you want to store it somewhere else, fine. Or else other than that, oh yes, yes, yes. Next, 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 next. Fine. So let this install. So guys, whoever has just joined, I just went and I'm downloading Git. I just went to Git download. And then what I've done is the latest link, I've come here and I've pressed on download. Fine. That's the only thing I've done till now. And I've just explained a bit on Git. We'll just go through it together. If you have just joined, no worries. You are right on time. Cool. Okay, okay, fine. No worries. I got this error yesterday also. Launch Git bash. Fine. So this is a terminal which will open once you have downloaded GitHub. If you want, you can, like how we used to use terminal or command prompt, same you can do it using Git as well, other properties, but you still can use it. But I'll prefer using command prompt or terminal. So I'll just exit from here. To just check if your Git has been installed properly, what you can do is go to your start, go to your command prompt, okay, and enter this command, git space version. Okay. Now see, you can see the version over here. If you get something like Git has not been configured or Git is not recognized, so you guys have not installed Git properly. Fine. So what I recommend you guys to do is firstly go and download it properly again and do the setup as I told. If still it's not working, then you guys have to debug on Stack Overflow because I have not got any particular error from the first one I've downloaded, and you should not get, but you still get an error, just Stack Overflow it and just do it. Okay. So now what we have done is we have downloaded Git. Fine. So next what I wanted to do is first I want you guys to know some commands. Fine. There are some 4 to 5 commands which I'll be doing today. And these three in 4 to 5 commands, 3 commands are the ones which you'll be using again and again. And the last 2 commands you'll be using only once while you install Git. Like I just installed Git, I'll be just using this once. So it doesn't matter. You don't have to remember these 2 commands. What I want you to guys to do is yesterday I had shared a PPT with you, a Word document with you, right? I have written the commands in that. You guys can just copy paste from there. No worries. These are the commands which we'll be doing. These 2, actually it is not 3, it's just 2. Let me just clarify this. Yeah. So these 2 commands we will be using today. Fine. So if you have your VS Code open, no worries. You can do it on the terminal of the VS Code as well. Or else you can use command prompt also. Okay. So in case you want to, let me just, yeah, perfect. This is a better photo. So in case you want to go to terminal like yesterday, you can just go to file it. Or here you can just go to terminal in view, or else you might have a separate terminal option over here, like see terminal, new terminal. Or else you guys can just, go to your command prompt and start doing what I'm doing. Okay. So what first we'll do is now you got to login. Okay, you got to log in, and to show that you are to connect with GitHub now, right? So you got to establish a connection between them. So you should have some credentials, right? So like you're telling, I'm Akash and I have to log into GitHub. Fine. So what I want you guys to do is, firstly, go back to GitHub. So I'm assuming you guys have created an account by now. Go to GitHub. Okay, this is how it look. If it's not looking like this, maybe because you just have made an account, so it's not looking like this. Go to on your icon. Okay, go to your photo over here at the rightmost end. Press your profile. Go to your profile. Okay, fine. That's all I want you guys to do. Just go to your profile. Go to your profile. Fine. So basically now I'm in GitHub and my username over here, and this will be your username. Wherever you're using anything related to GitHub, this you'll be using your username and not your actual name. Got it? So what I want you guys to do is just copy your username. That's all. Just copy your username and just keep it on hold. Okay. So come here and execute the first command. Okay. So I'll just be doing this on command prompt because maybe many of you guys might have not attended yesterday, but whatever we did yesterday, we'll be downloading it from GitHub. But this is a different repository, so I'll teach you how to download it without actually pressing the download button by using git clone. Fine. So as I told, we'll be executing this first command over here. If you guys do, I have put the PDF on the group, the Word document on the group. If you don't have it, it's a very simple code over here. Just remember this, okay? And if you want, fine, I'll just put it on Teams. That's better. I guess that'll be better. Cool. Yeah. So what I want you guys to do is, firstly, put this over here. And when you copy paste this, one should not be here. I have accidentally put one because here it was given one. But just remember the command always, whatever you are doing with respect to Git, it should start with Git. Okay. So Git config global username and your username. And this command, you have to not remember it. Okay. Because you'll be, once you install Git, you'll be doing it only once for your laptop, on your laptop. Okay. Or your PC. So your username. So what was my username again? Akash Ninja, right? Just put your username here. Akash Ninja. Perfect. Your username has been configured. Finally, one more thing you have to do over here is your email ID. Okay. So just copy this. I'll just paste it here. Send. Perfect. And guys, it should all come in one line. On Teams, is breaking and going into 2 to 3 lines. It should all come in one line. Fine. Yeah, that's what the problem happens over here. See, that's what happens if I, try to copy 2 or more lines. So basically, git user confirm email and my email ID. So Akash Ulekal at gmail.com. Put in your email address and your username, okay? Not mine, just put in yours. And again, I forgot to remove 2 over here. Perfect. So my username and my email ID has been, configured. So that's all. Your configuration of Git is done successfully, and you must have no problems in this whatsoever. Just to confirm if it has been configured or no, you can just use the last command over here. I just paste this here. So you can see over here, my user name and user email has been configured. So basically now you have established a path between Git and GitHub successfully. Congratulations, you have just, configure the path. Okay. Now I want, before we start pushing or cloning stuff, I want to explain what is GitHub and what are its advantages. Fine. So as I told, it's like, you have your Google Drive, right? So where you can save your folders, photos, etc. GitHub is same, but for code. Okay. So you can store code here and you can do multiple things over here. For example, first thing when we start with GitHub, we'll be creating a folder or a repository. Fine. In the repository, we'll be saving all our code. That's a simple basic concept. We'll be making a folder and we'll be saving code in that. Okay. So why don't we just, firstly, before we start that, I want you guys to download yesterday's project. Fine. And not with the download button, of course. I'll just share the link of the repository right now. So, yeah, so this is the link to the repository over here. Yeah. So in case you are not able to access the Teams chat, what I want you guys to do is just put in my username on top, like github.com Akash Ninja, AKASH then go to my repositories section over here. And once you go to my repository sections over here, select the first one. That's all you got to do. Okay. Now everything is being configured here, right? So what I want you guys to do is press on this button over here, the green button, which is called code. Okay. And copy the first link over here. So what I did was I just went inside my repository or my folder and I copied this thing over here. So if I'm going fast or if I'm going too slow, you guys can tell me in the comments, or you guys want me to repeat, you can tell me in the comments, because this is a very important concept for at least for you for 4 years. You'll be doing a lot of projects, and you'll be using a lot of Git and GitHub. So please do tell me if you guys need to do it again. But yeah, so till now, I think there must be no other problems. So what I've done is gone to her and I've pasted this. Okay. So instead of this, you can even use the download zip button, but this is a more ideal way of doing it. Got it? And now where do I want this to be? So I want this to be on my desktop. Okay. So why don't I'll do CD, which means change directory, and I'll go to my desktop. Okay. So now as you see, I'm on my desktop. So basically I'm on my desktop. Fine. There's a directory. And I want the folder to come on my desktop. So what I have to do is git clone towards git clone and paste that link over there. Okay. What link we copied from here, we just pasted this. Fine. And now I press enter. Now successfully it has cloned and has created a folder over there. Let's just check. This one? Yeah, this one. So this was a folder which I have created over there on my desktop and it has come on my desktop. Okay. So this is how we just clone projects from the net. Okay. From GitHub, this is how we download projects. This is the better way to download instead of using the download button, then unzipping it. So that is a simple way to download the project from any repository on GitHub. Got it? So that's the first thing. Now, what I want you guys to do, if you have been with my in the workshop yesterday and you have downloaded VS Code, I want you guys to open this folder using VS Code. Else, if you are not, no worries. You can just use a command prompt, and don't make any changes. Like I'll be making some 2 more changes to the website, yesterday's website. If you have not attended yesterday, no worries. You just see what I'll be doing now. Fine. Then I'll tell you when to start. Then you guys can start making changes from there. Got it? So just open the folder. It's in desktop. Yeah, this is the folder, I guess. Perfect. So this is the folder, right? So guys, what I want you guys to do is after yesterday's seminar, no, I just updated a bit more. I just added a dark mode to this page. Okay. Let me just check this if this is working. Open with live server. Yeah, this is working. So I added a dark mode to my website. The only thing missing from here is the image over here. Okay. So what I want you guys to do is get a nice image of yourself and drop it in this folder. Got it? So let me just new window. My image is stored in another project of mine. So if you guys have your image on a laptop, just get the image and just copy paste inside the folder. Okay. What I'm doing is I'm just copy pasting one of my image. Copy here. paste. That's all I've done. I've just done is I have copy pasted my image. That's all. Okay. What I'm going to do next is just specify the path of the image over here in the first image tag. That's all. What I've done is I've just done is copied my image and specified the path. And now let me just, it's okay, live server is running. See, my image has come here. That's the only changes which I've done. I just want you guys to add your image and just check if this is working. Like dark theme, see, it must be working for you guys perfectly over here. Perfect. Okay. Now all that is done. So we have done with the, the coding part. I just told there'll be no coding, but just 2 lines. Okay. No worries. So guys who have not downloaded VS Code yesterday and are using command prompt, no worries. Whatever I'll be doing on a terminal is same as what you'll be doing on your command prompt. Fine. So let's start with the git commands, basic git commands. Okay. Now what is my intention? I have to take everything over here, all the code over here, and make a folder on GitHub and push it. Make a folder means this is GitHub. Let me just go back. So I want to make a folder like this. Okay, there are multiple repositories of folders. We refer to folders as repositories over here, and I want to make a folder. I want to make a repository over here. Fine. So what I'll do is come here to the plus button over here, the plus button on top, and new repository. That's all. Okay. And guys, one more thing, in case you are with me while we did the VS Code, I want you guys to go a bit down. If you can, it's not compulsory, but if you can, go down and comment this set interval one, because this is continuously changing over here. And if you can keep it, no worries, but I have just commented it out because I didn't like it. So anyways, what I want to go is come here, press new repository and keep a repository name. You can keep a random name, no worries. So I'll just keep it as a test for webinar. Perfect. It's available. Let it be public. If you don't want anyone to see, you have to make it private, but keep it public for now. No worries. And press on create repository. Your work on GitHub is over. Fine. Your work is done. Now, whatever we'll be doing is will be with Git. Fine. So what we will be doing is we'll push code on GitHub, right? So why are we pushing code other than for code management, like database of code? Why are we using Git, GitHub? Okay. So in case I push a code, like I make a website, I push a code. Fine. My friend wants to change it now. Okay. Imagine my name is Avinash and my friend's name is Karthik. Okay. So Avina, I will make a code over there. Imagine my name is okay. No, imagine my name is Karthik and my friend's name is Avinash. I'm sorry for that. So what I'll do is I'll make a code and I'll push it on GitHub. Fine, like I did to all others, like we are doing now. I'll push the code. Fine. Then now the problem I'll face it. Now Avinash wants to add a bit more of code. He wants to add 2 more buttons. So how will he do that? Okay, that's the thing. So Avinash, I can add him as a collaborator. Okay, I can just go to my settings over here and I can add him as a collaborator over here. Okay, once I add him as a collaborator, what he can do is he can take my code, make some changes, and push it in the same the same repository. Okay, he'll push it in the same place over here, and again I'll take the code, make some changes, push it. So that's what GitHub is all about. Okay, imagine you have a team. Okay, and you want to make a code and you want everyone to collaborate on that. Okay, that is the main intention of GitHub. That is a real life example. Imagine you're making a website, you want like 4 or 5 people. One guy is making a button, you are making a navbar. So everyone can, collaborate and put everything in one place. That's the main concept of GitHub. That's why we are using GitHub. Got it? So as usual, GitHub has a few more features, GitHub Copilot and GitHub Pages. And GitHub Copilot, you guys might have heard about this a lot. Basically, it's a AI like I have on my VS Code. For you guys, it might not be free, but let's see. Yeah, so this is GitHub Copilot. It helps you code, and this will be very useful for you, if you're into development, but it's not free. So if you have a GitHub, oh, okay, on that topic, I wanted to show you something important. There's something called as GitHub Student Benefits, okay? GitHub Student Benefits. First link over here. If you have a college ID, you'll get a lot of benefits. Like, for example, let me just show you the benefits of the students. Okay, let's not go this. Students, get your student. Let me just go here. Perfect. Okay. Perfect. So these are all the offers which you'll be getting over here. These offers, explore more offers. Let me show you all the offers once. This is free. This is absolutely free. Okay. So only thing you have to do is submit your fee receipt. And also you have to have a Microsoft, and not Microsoft, you have to have a student account. So for getting a student account, contact our office. They might guide you how to get a student account. If you have your first year account, yeah, so also you can go to over GitHub if you chats are not loading, you can go to GitHub. But I won't be sharing much actually now. I'll just be showing whatever I have to do on the screen. So get yourself a student developer pack, okay? So these are all the benefits, okay? I'll just show you how many are there. See, this everything over here you are getting for free. This includes some things like Twilio, AppWrite, and let it be let's see, let it be some free, you get some free domain, you get MongoDB free certification worth $150 for absolutely free. You get a lot of things, okay? You get from JetBrains, you get some free stuff over there. And also you get some more things such as domains, free domains, like you get have like 1 to 2 domains for free per year, and Hiraku, everything you'll get. Okay, so this will be very helpful if you're especially want to go into development field, and also if you're a CS student or a IT, do anything, any branch related to IT, please do get yourself a student developer plan. It'll be very helpful for you, and it's absolutely free, so don't miss the opportunity. Okay, so that was the first thing I wanted to say, and yeah, for now that's all. Now we'll start pushing our code towards GitHub. Okay. So let me just use a terminal only. So if you guys don't have a terminal, you can use a console, of course, no issues. So what we'll be doing is, so if you're using the console, what I want you guys to do is, so these are the people who have not come yesterday. So go to, just now you downloaded a folder on your desktop. Okay. What I want you guys to do is go to this folder. Okay. And you see on top over here, there's a path given. Press on this path and type CMD. That's all. Your command prompt will open with the path which you are supposed to be in. Okay. This is for the people who have not attended yesterday. And if you have attended yesterday, just open the folder and go to the path where you have just downloaded using git clone. Fine. That is the thing. So now once you are here, what I want you guys to do is I'll be teaching some basic commands and what I'll be doing. There are only 4 commands which you'll be learning now, and that's all. You'll be done. Okay. First I want you guys to do is git init. Okay. What this command does is you are basically in your folder right now. This command, I'm telling Git to make a folder which will have all the history, all the commits, whatever you do, from now, whatever you code from now, you'll have a history of it. Okay. You'll store the history of it so that next time when you want it, you'll just go to the folder and check all your histories and be like, okay, fine, there's a history. Yesterday's history is there. I want the user tells me to go back there. Okay. So go here, press git init, and it'll come like something like this: reinitialize the existing git repository. Generally it'll come initialize the git repository, but as you know, we have just cloned it, so it has come reinitializing a git repository. Got it? So now we have just initialized, and if you want to check if it's been initialized property, what you guys have to do is go back to the folder which we just downloaded. Go to this folder. Okay. What I want to do is go to home. If you're having Windows 11, I'm not sure where it is, but you're having Windows 10, just go here to view, and hidden items over here, just enable it. Okay. You can see a folder called Git. I don't want you guys to mess with this folder. Don't delete it. Don't open it. Actually, just don't open it at all, because there are some important things over there which are not meant to be deleted. Okay. So just go to view, and if you want to see hidden files over there, you can disable it. Okay. Once you are done, you just come back to your VS Code terminal over here. Everything is perfect. You are just initialize a folder, as I said earlier. Now what I want to do is inside this folder, all the content I want to add it, right? So what I'll be doing is git add dot. So what the dot means, add everything. Okay. Or you can even do git dash dot a, but even git add dot also works. So git add dot means I'm telling git add everything in this directory because I want to push it on GitHub. Got it? So I added everything. Everything is perfect. So I've added everything. I have initialized everything. I've added everything. Okay. Now what I have to do is I've added everything, right? So I have to give this a name. Okay. So I'll just give it a name as git commit dash m first commit. Okay, see the command properly. Git command dash m, which is a flag, and in front of it, in double inverted commas, you have to put first commit. Okay, that's the main thing which you guys have to do. So what is commit? Okay, I'll just explain it in very simple terms. Okay, so if you have played games before, adventure games, you remember you could save your progress. Like in between, you could save your progress in different slots, so that whenever you want, you can come back and start playing from that slot. Correct. So this does the exact same thing. So what you are doing is saving this part. Okay, you're saving. You're telling the Git to save the code at this point of time. Okay. So basically, I'll just show you a PPT to just elaborate it better. Thank you, Raghav, for sharing this PPT. I'll just show just a second. So basically, we have started a new project. So first, now we add a checkpoint. Okay. Once then I make a nav bar. I add one more checkpoint, which is I commit it again. I add some more content, then I commit it again. Okay. I add some more contents and I commit it again. So I'm basically adding checkpoint at each interval of time, which we didn't do it yesterday. But whenever you start a project, always first as soon as you start a project, you initialize a project. That's the time when you have to add Git in it. So whenever you start to add a project, just add Git in it right away so that you get the checkpoints from first. So again, I keep adding checkpoints. So basically, yeah. So, and you feel like your colors or something is not proper. Your website is not proper. Your colors are bad, or you want to go one step back. I want to go to the step because I made a lot of changes today and none of it are good. So I want to go back to whatever state I was yesterday. Okay. So what you can do is you can go back, like you can go back the checkpoints and start from the checkpoint again. So that's the main feature of Git commit. Okay. So I'm adding a checkpoint here. So I've added a checkpoint. Let me just check if everything or my files, if the checkpoint has been saved. Okay. I'll just do git status. You can see here your branch is ahead of origin main by one commit. Nothing to commit, working tree clean. So peace, everything is done. So before that, I have to add one more thing. Now next command is now you have to tell Git that you have to push it on GitHub, right? So where should you push it on GitHub? Like you should know the path, right? So where should you push it? So what you have to do is go back to your code over here. We made a new repository here, right? So we were in this page. So just you have to do is copy this here. Just copy this the link over here. Then add this command git remote add origin and copy paste this. What I've done is forwards git remote add origin and the path over here. And if you are finding it difficult, I still have it over here. Git remote add origin and then the link. Where should it go? Okay. This is the link where should it go for me. So I'm adding this here. Press enter. Okay, remote origin already exists. That's because we already cloned a already existing project, right? So that's when this problem comes. So first we'll remove the existing remote origin. Okay, git remote git remote remove origin. Perfect. Now the origin has been removed from the previous because code. So now we'll add origin again. Perfect. Now let me just check the git status. I think to commit working tree clean piece. Now what I can do is just push it to my GitHub. Okay. So everything is done. I've added the origin. I added everything. I've added a checkpoint. Now let me just do git push origin master. Okay. Did not match any because I was on git. Perfect. I know why this error is coming. Just a second. Let me just go and just reinitialize git over here. Items, delete. Perfect. Let me just go and reinitialize git here. Then everything must be fixed over here. That happened because I already downloaded an existing project and that's the reason it happened. So let me just git init. Perfect. Git add dot git m. Perfect. Add origin. Finally, we gotta push it. So we have successfully pushed it. Now, if you get the same error like last time, what I want you guys to, I'll tell you the reason also why I got this error. So now what happened is, as I said, every project which we have to push it to GitHub, I have to put a dot in it, okay, git in it, which will be saved as a hidden file, right? So what we have done is last time when we downloaded this, no, we went to another link. Let me just go back to that place. So I just sent you guys a link, your repositories. Yeah. So first I sent you the link to this folder, right? As soon as we started, I just sent you a link to this folder, correct? So what has happened is when we downloaded this folder, the .git file has come along with it. So that's the reason I got this error telling these both don't match. So what I did was I just went back to the hidden folders over here. I just went to view hidden folders and I just deleted the git folder so that all the previous histories as well get deleted. So that's what I told guys, .git, the file folder, or when we do git in it, it stores all the histories, okay? From when you started to when you ended, it stores everything. So that's why I was getting this issue. So the only thing I did was use the same commands from first again and everything got fixed, okay? So the first three commands which I thought you'll be using this only once. So you don't have to remember this at all. But these three commands, especially these four commands over here, you will be using this for every time. So these four commands you have to remember, okay? And finally, you git push origin master. Okay, what does this mean? I'm telling it to push to the origin known as master, to push it to a branch known as master. Okay, let me just go back to my push. See, master over here. So what I have done is I've just done is pushed it to master. Okay, so now in case you guys are, not getting the code or something like this, there's a better way. So when we made a repository, the instructions were right there. So let me just make another repository for now. I'll give a random name. You guys don't have to do this, okay? I just want to show you something. Now see over here, this is the exact commands which we have used. The only thing we have not done is firstly add a readme.md. So readme.md, if you guys want, you can add, but it's better to add it. But for now, it's of no use, okay? Then finally, we made a branch and we pushed it to a branch. These two commands also we have not used, this and this. So, okay, so what are branches? I'll just explain you guys what are branches, fine. But before that, let me just go back to my original code, original repository. Okay, so we have pushed it on a branch called as master. How? You see here, git push origin master over here. So I pushed it to a branch called as master. So what are the use of these branches? I want to explain, okay? Now imagine you have a friend working with you who does not know much about coding or anything, okay? So he wants to make a commit, like he wants to collaborate with me on this project, but I don't want him to directly change what is here, right? So what I will do is I will tell him to make a new branch. Okay. So I will tell him to make a new branch over here. Okay. I don't want to actually bombard you with commands, but this is how you make a branch. Okay. Git checkout dash b, the name of the new branch. So I'll just name it new branch and the new branch will be formed. I'll tell him to push whatever is there to that new branch, okay? So that I can review the code. And if the code is proper, then I can merge it with my master branch. So there'll be one more branch created over here. Let me just demonstrate, okay? From here, I don't want you guys to do, okay? I'll just demonstrate, okay? So again, git add dot, git commit, action, perfect. Git push, removed, new, git push, push, push origin. Yeah, so let me just show you. So now you see a new branch has been created. I don't want you guys to do this, but there's a new branch created. So imagine my friend had made this. So I'll just go to new branch. I'll just check everything, all the code, everything he has done, and I can just merge it with my main branch. Okay. So that is all about, I'll just go to my main master branch once again. So that is why we use GitHub. Okay. Firstly, to collaborate, there are more features available. So how will you add your friend for collaboration is you just go to you see the many tabs over here. I'll just explain briefly what these tabs are. Issues. So in case, there's an issue with your code, or something, you are collaborating with your friends and you find issue with your friend's code, what you can do is just go to issues and raise the issue telling this button is not working. So what they can do is as soon as they fix the issue, they can just give a thumbs up over here when it's on. Like example, I'll just create an issue. So let me button not working. Nothing. I'll just submit the issue. So when it's done, so I can be like, okay, fine, fixed over here. And I can just close with comment. That's all. So this is the issues tab, just in case it's not working. Is there's some issue, you can just put the issues over here. Pull requests. So this is a very important tab. I'll just explain all about it in some time. These are actions. This is not required for you to know. This is not required. This is not required. Insights also not much required. Next important is settings. Okay. So from settings, you can add collaborators over here. Okay, you want your friends, of course, you have to give your password, all that. I don't want to do this now, but you can add collaborators, you can add your friends, you can, code with them together. It's the main thing. Finally, what I want to guys to do is I want you guys to deploy this using GitHub pages. Okay, yesterday we made a website, fine. So your as I told, I'll fix any questions you have regarding the assignment. I'll solve it for you, but we'll be deploying this site. Fine. Then you can deploy your own site, which you made yesterday later. So what I want you guys to do is, not till now, I'm going to assume you guys have no doubts. You have pushed your code here successfully over here. So if you have any doubts, as usual, you can contact Raghav Joshi or you can contact me. We'll be on the GDSC WhatsApp group, or you have, any other members of GDS, you can just contact them. They'll just contact me, no issues. You can see, you can check, you can see me on WhatsApp. I'm the admin of the GDSC group and I have a dog on my lap, so it's not hard to miss me. So if any issues is there, you guys can contact me there or on our Discord server. Fine. So we'll be deploying the site. So the site, you can see, you can come from over here. All the folders are here. All the folders are here. Perfect. Everything is perfect. So what I want you guys to do is, before that, I want to save one more checkpoint. Fine. So what will I do? Okay. Hello, my name is Akash. What do I want to change? What will I change? Okay, I'll just change two words here. Okay, contact us. That's the only thing which I'm changing. So just to show the advantage of checkpoints. So what I'll be doing is, again, I'll do is these three commands as I told: git, add, dot. Add everything in this folder. Git, add a commit message, or add this checkpoint. Second, change. And guys, in this inverted commas, you can put anything. Okay, in this you can put anything. Like, I mean, you can put any commit message, but generally it'll be dependent on your, if you're working anywhere, it'll be dependent on the company what should you put here. But generally it's just the feature followed by the bug you have fixed or anything like that. But I'm going to put second change again: git push origin master. Perfect. Good push origin master, everything up to date. Let's check here. 8 commits over here. Git push origin master. Let me save this. Git add. Or let me just make one more change over here. Um, Perfect. Perfect. So everything has been done now. So what next I want to do is, firstly, we'll deploy this website. Okay. So what I want you guys to do is go to settings over here. Then finally, I want you guys to go to pages. I just did was go to settings. Then I went to pages over here. Finally, what you have to do is over here, select the branch. Mine is the master branch. You must have only master branch and press save. Okay, what I did, I'll just show you again. Code. We were here. I went to settings over here, settings, went down, search for pages, went to pages. What I did was press this. First I did was select a branch, press the save button. And your site will successfully deploy in like a minute or two. How to check that is, go back to code. Over here, go back to code. You see the red dot over here, press it and press on details. So this, as soon as it's deployed over here, you'll come to know it'll just take like one minute or so. So till then it's deployed, I want to clarify some more things. Yes, the advantages of this, of course, will be you'll be using this in your 4 years projects, etc. Then finally also you'll be using this in also with GSOC and during Hacktober events such as Hacktober or GSOC, you'll be using this. Okay. So they just sent me their swags yesterday. So basically what Hacktober is same thing what we did. Okay. Ditto same thing. We just take the code which will be there online. We make some changes to it and we just push it back to their own repository. What we did was we made a new folder, right? We'll be pushing it back to their own repository. So if so, like example, let me just show you a very brief example. Okay, let me go back to GitHub. So we GDSC BIT we have our own page, okay, repository over here. So what I'll do is imagine this is a repository created by GDSC. So I'll just go here, go for any repository over here. Then I'll be like, okay, I'll just read the rules, all that. Then I'll go to let's go to online courses or JSON. So this is just example. I don't want you guys to do it with me. So then I'll be like, okay, fine. There are some free courses. If you add a free course, your PR might get accepted. So I'll do is edit some, add a few changes. I want to make this 8, assume, and I'll do is commit changes. Okay, so I'm actually the Oh, so I'm the owner of this, so that's the reason I was not able to do. But what will happen is over here, basically you'll make your changes, right? And you'll push it. So as soon as you push it over there, the even like once you push it, even we have to verify, right? So are you like doing some major changes? What changes are you doing? Everything. Once we access see the changes and it's good, we just merge it like usual. And once you merge it, they'll be counted as one pull request. That's what pull request means. That's what this tab is for. Okay. So Hacktober is a completely other event which you can participate in the month of October, and even GSOC is kind of based on that. But not all repositories will have their code on GitHub. Some might have their own, services on which they have their code. But generally, this open source projects will be on GitHub for you to, to get the code. You can download the code. It's open source, so it'll be free of cost. You can download the code, test on it, make some changes, push it, and if they like your changes, of course they'll merge it. So that's what is a very basic that's what GSOC is in like few words. So you propose the idea, like you be like, okay, this button over here, I want to make this button, and you send them the idea. If they're interested, they'll be like, okay, fine. So you have to do is take the code, make some changes, push it back to GitHub. Okay. If they like it, they'll be like, fine, congratulations, you're on board. So that's what basics of GSOC is. Of course, there's more to that, which we'll try to get you guys an event for that. It'll be maximum like a 1 hour or something. We just do that. Okay. So that was the first thing. Now let's see if our website has been deployed. So let's come. Yeah, Arctics. So let me just go to settings again. Go to pages. Finally go here. Page not found. Site request. Let me just check what's the error over here. Copy. Let me just check what is the error here. Oh, what is this? Oh, this is the image. Ragnar. Okay. So here's the problem, guys. So, as I told, the first initial in the main while naming your document. So the naming convention while you deploy through GitHub has to be index.html. But see what name have I given here, regong.html. That's the reason it has not been deployed. So I'll just go here and just change my name. I'll just change the name of the folder. Just 1 second. For webinar for regong.html. Edit this. And I'll just change this to index.html. Index.html. Okay. Index.html. Okay, and I'll just commit the changes. Code. Yeah. So the thing I have done is now I just changed something known as index.html is here over here. But generally the naming convention will be index.html. It was my fault to name it regong.css, but it's index.html everywhere. Okay, now let me just automatically just start deploying it again. So let me just check what's up. So till it deploys again, some more things I wanted to tell you guys. Okay, so it's done. Let me just check it. So this will come page on for. Let me just try the incognito tab. Perfect. So this just came. This is not reloading here because of the cache. The previous cache will be saved. So what you want to do is control hard reload it, control R. Perfect. So this came. So everything works. It has to work. So now what you can do is you can share this link with your friends. You have any friends, you can just share this link and share them the website which you have made. And this is an example of a static website and how to make it and deploy it. This much procedure is involved just to make a static website and deploy it. Okay. So, but now as you could have seen over here, the link over here you can see over here github.io akash is github.io, but I want another link like akashuday.developer.co, something like that. Okay, so that's when you use custom domains here. Okay, first you have to go to services like maybe GoDaddy, name.com, all those services, buy yourself a custom domain and then use it over here. That's why I was recommending GitHub pages, because as long as you're a student, you'll get from these kind of services, you'll get web domain names for free. For at least 4 years, you get it for like till you finish your college, you'll get it for free. Okay, so that's an advantage of using GitHub student benefits. So please do register for it without fail, like as soon as possible. Just go to our office. If you are not having trouble in, with your college mail, just go to your office and get it done. So that's the basic thing of how you deploy websites, and that's why GitHub is for. Let me just check if there are any more slides which I have to explain. No, this is not necessary actually. Oh yeah, and one more thing. Git is not equal to GitHub. Why do I say that? Git is completely different and GitHub is completely different. Git is a version control, whereas GitHub is a service that hosts Git repositories. So as I said, so both are completely different. Don't mistake it for the same thing. And that's one advantage of GitHub. There are some other advantages of GitHub as well. For example, you can create teams, you can collaborate, but collaboration is a main use of GitHub, deploying GitHub pages. But now, guys, that if you have a backend attached to this, for example, I have, well, let's say Firebase attached to this. This will not work with GitHub pages, because GitHub pages, as they say, is only used for deploying static websites. Okay, for example, one second. Yeah. See over here, I'm not using any backend. I'm not using any APIs. I'm just using simple front end. So GitHub pages is good. But if you want to use a backend with all that, you have to use other services like Firebase, or just use GC or AWS, all that you can use. But for small websites like this is more than enough. Fine. And this website will be online forever. Actually, this is free. There doesn't have a limited number of hours, because static is not hard to host this. That is first thing I wanted to do. And secondly, guys, yesterday one person asked me a very good question. In our code over here, why can't we connect to database right from this script tag, JavaScript? Why can't we just connect here? Why should we use some backend services like Node.js, Flask, Python, of course, Python, or maybe Go? Why can't we use something based on that? The main reason is security. So you see the website over here. I can just go to an extension which I've downloaded over here and just check it over here. And it'll show me everything, all the images, from where is it coming, what is my web host provider's name, everything I can see over here, or the obsolete, that thing, everything you can see here. Okay. So that's the main thing. Your data will be exposed to a front end, and hackers, by using SQL injection or whatever it is, they can easily get access to your database and all. So that's the reason security is a main reason we don't put connect to database. Let it be database, let it be some complex queries. We don't use front end. We use APIs to hit it and get the data from the backend. Okay. So that's one important thing. Finally, the assignment. So what I want you guys to do is make a website something like this. You guys, I have taught you almost like, it was front end was not good, but what I want you guys to do is you can refer this for sure, make a website, everything, and add two more technologies that I know. Add two more, such as what are you interested in, what you want to become, add ambitions, not ambitions, but what do you want to become, like maybe a data scientist or something. Add all that, make this footer better, because this does not look good. This footer looks very bad. Make a good footer, and finally make a dark theme. Now there are only two colors. Add at least three more, like two types of dark theme. Well, like, we had it on VS Visual Studio, right? So you just go here and themes, color theme. There are some three, four, right? I want to make something. I want you guys to make something like that, like some two, three, and finally make a page for about. Okay, I thought everything yesterday. So make the page over here. And if your project is good, as I said, you'll be getting LinkedIn vouchers and swags from GDSC. Okay. So for now, I'm going to end with this and I'm going to back to MLSA. Okay. So I'll be going to MLSA Microsoft Student Ambassador, how to get inside the program and what are the benefits. Absolutely free. I start explaining this. This will be a huge boost for your resume. So just listen to me carefully. I think for now, this much of Git and GitHub is more than enough. There are advanced concepts such as, you know, um, let us say there's like how do you go back a commit, how do you delete a branch, how do you merge a branch, and there's some more concept like that. I didn't want to teach it now because it would become a bit access. Like I've seen the forms yesterday, so and I tried to be as slow as possible. Okay, but if you have any doubts, as I said, you can contact me anytime. Fine. So that is it for GitHub. Again, I'll be teaching on MLSA. Maximum I'll take as I told 6:15 na. Till 6:15 I'll wrap it up. I'll be sharing a response form like yesterday. Please do fill your responses. Based on that, I'll give you certificates. If you give 1 star also, no issues. But I just want to know how I did so that I can improve in my next seminars. Got it? Also, I need your names because I just lost almost all your names during when I took registrations. So I need your names for the certificates as well. Cool. So if you have done everything accordingly, your website is online. You can send this to all your friends, all that and all. But the thing is, you can't do most of the things such as SEO, search engine optimization. You can't put this GitHub link on Google. So you have to buy a custom domain and then do it. Okay. So that is one thing over here. And finally, I'll just head over to MLSA. For now, guys, everything is done. So relax, drink some water if you want. For now, I'll be starting with MLSA and what are its benefits, etc. So it'll just take me the maximum of 10 minutes. Okay. So I'll just drink, like, just give me a minute. I'll just drink water and come. Check, check. Yeah. So what is Microsoft Student Learn Ambassador Program? Let me just go to the website once. Incognito. Let me just accept this. Okay, so every year, almost twice, the applications for this program opens and you have to fill some. So the procedure is you have to fill the application. They'll ask you some questions. You have to fill it up properly, tell you to make a video and send. It's based on a topic. Okay, so I can't exactly tell what topic will you be making or writing a video on. So you have to make a video and send. If they like it, they'll select your application and you are a Microsoft ambassador. They'll have interviews. They used to have interviews. I'm not sure about now. They will have an interview. The second round will be an interview round. You have to clear it. Once you clear it, you are inside the Microsoft Student Ambassador program. So what is the program? Okay, let me just go through some slides with you. So basically, yeah, you're big to bring together students from all over the world, create passion for technology. Yeah. Okay, this is not like much useful. So firstly, there's compulsory you have to host an event on Microsoft technology at least once a year, like I'm doing now, right? So because this is starting of year and I had to host an event. So once a year to stay in this program, you have a host a event. The advantages of these programs are firstly, you get a lot of swags by Microsoft. So you see the swag kit over here. You get a lot of swags by them. You get like, two types of swags. Of course, there's 3 levels you have to pass. There's alpha, there's beta, and there's gold. I'm currently in beta. So they sent me a t-shirt. This is a t-shirt. They sent me some more swags, all that. That's the first thing. Secondly, you get access to all Microsoft events happening at Microsoft Reactor, which is in Bangalore. It's in Lavely Road. It's a beautiful building. You guys have to check it out. So you'll get an ID card. So next time when you go there, you don't have to always register for any event which is there. So you'll have a booked slot for you. You can just go attend events. You can even host events from there. Okay. That's the first thing. Secondly, you'll be getting a certificate from Microsoft telling that you are a Microsoft ambassador. There'll be a very huge boost on your resume. And especially you guys are in your first years, majority of them, I assume. So this will be your best time to apply for that. Okay. So do try and apply for that. I know I don't think so. The forms have been opened now, but the last date from what I hear is March 30th. So I think it'll open by next week maximum. Getting in is not easy. Okay, your application has to be perfect and your video has to be perfect. I can't tell much about this at the moment because I don't know what topics will be there this time. But whatever you do, just remember one thing: please keep it related to a technology. Fine. So if you don't know any technology at the moment, try to learn one. No problem. You can apply again the next half of the year. So you can apply again in March, August, September, December. You can apply again in December. Learn a small technology by then. Maybe you can learn GitHub. It was so simple. You just have to, explain about Git and GitHub sometimes, based on the questions. It's very simple. Okay. But yeah, so that's the first thing. And also you get some more online benefits such as $150 Azure credits, access to 360 Microsoft 365 subscription, Visual Studio Enterprise. And I think the subscription for even this over here was by them. So as soon as my 4 years get over, I'll run out of subscription from these as well. So engagement in cloud advocates and Microsoft MVPs, accomplishments for LinkedIn profile and advocates. So one more advantage of this program is you can meet other people who have who share the same tech stack, etc., to collaborate with them on projects. It's a very huge community. You can meet with them, you can learn new things, all that. And also you get access to some more things, such as you can host events, you can do a lot of other things with association with them. So yeah, this is the application process. So this link I'll not be sharing. All you have to do is search for Microsoft Student Ambassador and check out what is that. And yeah, some more perks. You have access to events. There is some more perks. This is my swag box which I got last 3 months back. So this is the thing over here. And finally, websites to debug your code. But these two aside, use Stack Overflow for everything. I recommend you, like yesterday I told, do not use Chat GPT because it will be a huge problem for you if that, maybe in the future, may you imagine it's no longer free because I heard Model 4 or Model 5 is coming and that might be paid. So that's when you might fall in trouble. So just try to use Stack Overflow as much as possible. Yeah, avoid copy pasting. Okay, wait, just before I give the acknowledgements, I just want to check my notes if I have missed out anything because I just want to make sure that I have done everything. Oh yes, and one more thing. Most of you guys might end up copying your third year projects, which is a DBMS project from GitHub, and that's a fact because I know many people who have done that. So it's better you guys learn GitHub right now. Open source hacktober. So open source, you might have heard of the term open source. Basically, open source means the code that is free for everyone. Okay. Some guys, some communities will of course have restrictions on commercial uses, but other than that, the code which is available everywhere. And generally, most of the organizations use GitHub because GitHub is widespread and it's very popular. But there are other organizations. I mean, there are others things which you can use, but GitHub is very popular, so that's the reason they use GitHub. Okay. So navigating to GitHub, what you guys need to know for at the moment is your profile and your repositories. And you go to your repositories, you see everything over here, what you have made from the start, everything will be over here. And you guys can copy this from from anyone. Like you go to anyone's repository, all you have to do is code, copy this, clone it. That's so simple, right? So you just have to do that. And yeah, finally, one more last advantage of being a MLSA is you get a pre-release of Windows. So, you can be a tester for the Windows, like Windows, any new feature has come, you can be the tester. That's one more thing, advantage of this. And fine, I'll just go to acknowledgements and all. But before that, I'll just share the form with you guys so that you can fill it. I'll just share it in a second. So quick acknowledgement. Thank you GDSC BIT for letting me host this event. And also thank you guys for joining. I hope you guys learned something new today. I enjoyed it and I enjoyed it teaching it to you guys. And yesterday, I know I saw a lot of reviews that it was too fast. And yes, I got over ambitious and I couldn't, do everything in one session because of which I had to hurry a lot. But I'll share the important links with you guys, which will be helpful for you in your web development journey. So no issues. You can go through the links. I'll just, everything is free on YouTube. You can just Google it. Finally, there are two more things I want to tell. Firstly, Udemy. Angela Wu's course, while discounts you'll have it for 500 rupees or something. You guys can buy that. Trust me, that'll be totally worth. I'm not sponsored to tell this, but of course, I'll share the recording, and also it's totally worth it, guys. So please do check out the course on Udemy, Angela Wu, and also on YouTube, Harry, Code with Harry. He's good for web development. You can check him out as well. And there's Macintosh and Free Code Camp. There's many things over there. And also, one thing I forgot to totally tell: if you are using Linux systems, the thing what I taught for Git will not work for sure. So what you guys have to do is just please YouTube it on how to install it for Linux. The only one thing different will be you have to just add a key, I guess. So only thing you have to do is just go to your. Okay, let me just go here. It just take 2 minutes, guys. Then I'll just share the form. Just 2 minutes. That's all. Settings. And you got to go to see keys over here, and then you have to go to actions, I guess. Yeah, you have to go to actions and you have to create a new repository secret that you can learn on YouTube. No worries. That's the only thing between Linux and if you're using Windows. And yeah, I guess that's all I wanted to tell. And finally, I want to share the form link. Don't leave it. Don't leave the meeting. I just want to share the form link. Yeah, okay, fine. So I'll put this in the link chat box, but if you're not able to access the chat box, I will put it in the group in some time. If Raghav, you are there, any mods are there, please do put it in the group. If any subcore is also there, please put it in the group. And also, thanks a lot, GDSC subcore and core for helping me host this event. And finally, I had one more slide. Let me just check. So, okay, yeah. So this is my LinkedIn. Guys, want can take a photo or something, or just scan so that you get updated with my latest events or whatever I'm hosting. And also you can follow our Discord or our or our WhatsApp, can join our WhatsApp because whatever we have a lot of events planned for you guys. We have IoT based workshops. I think Rahul will conduct AI workshop, Raghav with a Flutter workshop, and there are more workshops. So please, and there's one more important thing I wanted to tell you. If I'm not wrong, the first years I have paid 150 rupees for joining the club, right? So, and they're like yesterday also, they're like totally a cap of 212 people, which I got. So if you guys are like not interested in specific event or something, fine, do not join it, fine. But please try to join for at least 10 to 15 minutes, okay, to get the brief of what is the event, because you guys have paid 150 rupees and take use of that. Fine, we have a lot of events planned for you. If you're not like interested, just try to join 10 minutes. If you're not interested and leave, fine, but please try and join. Got it? So that's the thing I wanted to tell. And this, as you see, it's my LinkedIn. If you have any more doubts, my WhatsApp, as I told, I will be in the GDSC group. I'm there on the road track group. If you want a ham club group, also I'm there. And also, if I'm there, I'm there. I think I'm there in the Revolution or maybe the placement skill group. I'm there in all those groups. So it'll be very easy to find me, Akash Uday. And most of the groups, I'll be admin over there. You can contact me very easily. Or finally, you can contact me on LinkedIn. Got it? In our Discord channel, also, we have some helpers. You can just contact us during the any problem, not only web development, in any other technology, we'll help you guys. Okay. So it's 6:06. I think this much is enough for today. Thanks a lot for joining, guys. Just fill up the form and you guys can start leaving. Got it? Thanks a lot, guys, for joining. And oh yeah, I forgot to tell about assignment. I'm very sorry. So as I told, just create a button, make the website, deploy the website, create a button, and just add a page over here, and I will review it. Okay, add a page over here, like I've taught over here. I just add a page, deploy it on GitHub. Guys, don't deploy it anywhere else because I'm not going to open any sussy links. But Gaurav made a nice project, and thanks a lot for making it. But just please do make a you know try to deploy it on GitHub and send me the link. Got it? You guys can start leaving. I'm just going to end the meeting now.